depending on your time zone. Hello, guys. Hmm? What do you want? This phone. Check. Where you now? Check. Go. Good evening, guys. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, guys. Hope everyone is doing great. Hope you are all are doing great, right? Yeah. Welcome again. Today we are back again from the same discussion of yesterday. We're back again. Yeah. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. You're welcome. Please comment where you're watching from. Give me a thumbs up, and if you've not subscribed, please help us to subscribe to this channel. We discuss reasonable issues here, and it's all about Africa. So we continue from where we stopped yesterday. We were talking about yesterday topic was why did the Western leaders eyes on Africa. That was yesterday discussion, and day before yesterday's discussion. Today again we are back again. We said today's discussion is only Africans can fix Africa. So you're welcome. Please comment where you're watching from. Comment where you're watching from, and give me a thumbs up, please. Subscribe if you've not subscribed to the channel. Please help us, do us a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Please comment with your flag or comment where you're watching from, your country you're watching from. Let us know. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Please comment where you're watching from, please. Where are you watching from? Your name and where you're watching from. Okay. Charlie K. Charlie, how are you? Charlie, how are you? You're welcome, brother. You're welcome. Where are you watching from, please? Please comment where you're watching from. Subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up, please. Okay. South Africa. My brother from South Africa, you're welcome. Omar, you're very welcome, brother. You're very welcome. Philip, my brother from Granada, you're welcome, brother. You're welcome. You're welcome. We see you again today. Yes, Philip, you're welcome, brother. Please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and comment where you're watching from before we continue. Yes, brother, blessing, bro. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you so much. Please comment where you're watching from and give us a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel if you've not. Okay. You're welcome, brother Omar. Okay. 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 Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Please subscribe to the channel, give us thumbs up, and comment where you're watching from. We're discussing very important issue today. Very, very important discussion we have today. Very important. Very, very important. Very important. Yesterday, we discussed, our yesterday discussion was why Western leaders' eyes on Africa. That was yesterday discussion. Why Western leaders' eyes on Africa? Why? Why their eyes are on Africa still after we rejected colonization, Their eyes still on Africa. Falafe, man. Greeting from Jerusalem. Thank you, brother, from Israel. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome, brother. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. From Jerusalem, Palestine. Okay. You're welcome. Charlie says, he said, Julius Malema is my uncle. Okay. You're welcome, brother. Please give us thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and comment where you're watching from so we can move ahead now. It is time to move ahead. It is time. It's almost time. We're having extra 3 minutes to start up our discussion today. Falafel, my brother. You're welcome, brother. You're welcome. You're welcome. So give us a thumbs up, comment where you're watching from, and subscribe to the channel. If you've not done that, please do that. Subscribe to the channel. We discuss important issues here that will be interesting to you. Yeah. All right. So now we go ahead now. Yeah, yesterday we had a discussion of why Western leader eyes on Africa, and we discussed about that yesterday and day before yesterday. And today we're having a new discussion, right? And the new discussion is only Africa can fix Africa. Only Africans can fix Africa. Only Africans can fix Africa. Only Africans can fix Africa. That is today's discussion. Only Africans can fix Africa in the sense that I will play a video of Muammar Gaddafi, and after playing the video, you will get to understand that Africa belongs to us, and we will not sit back and wait for outsiders to come and fix Africa. It's only Africans can be able to fix Africa because we live in Africa. We were born in Africa. We were raised in Africa, and we live in Africa. So whatever we discuss, whatever better discussion or whatever better thing that happened in Africa is we that will benefited more than the outsiders. So never expect outsiders to come to fix Africa for you. If you see outsiders, in Africa, know fully well that they are here for their personal gain and interest. It's not all about, or it's not all about charity as they may target, as they may label it. It's not all about charity. It's all about extortion. You understand? So only Africans can fix Africa. That's today's discussion. So comment where you're watching from, please. Give us thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to make it easier. And as well, comment where you're watching from, please. So waiting for more people to come in so that we can forge ahead. Waiting for more people. Please, where are you watching from, please? Please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, please. And comment where you're watching from and give us thumbs up, please. Yeah. Only Africans can fix Africa. Like I said yesterday, Africa, we have everything that requires to build a nation, to build a continent. We have everything. There's nothing that we lack. There's nothing that we don't have enough. We have everything in abundance. So it is a necessity that we hold our leaders accountable for misappropriation of our funds, our public fund. But those money were made to better the life of the citizens. Okay. My brother Philip said, I'm from the Caribbean. This week there was a boat with 9 people were found at Saint Vincent with bodies. According to the investigation, they found 9 passports together from Mali. Oh my goodness. This is the problem. Thank you very much. This particular issue now. I kept this issue by the corner. I kept it pending that I would discuss about it. But it seems like I will hint a little bit about it. You see, this is the problem we're having. Africans, we don't know our what. I mean, I would say the problem we have in Africa is that inferiority complex. That's the problem we have in Africa. We see ourselves so low. We look ourselves so low. That is the reason why inferiority complex will make a man jump boat, take risk to go to another country for greener pasture. That's inferiority complex. That's a I mean, like, I don't know if I'm to say is low IQ. For you to wake up in the morning, you dress up and carry your bag and say you want to jump inside boat to go thousands, millions of miles away in the sea just to look for greener pasture, knowing fully well that it's a 70-30 thing. You can die. There's a 70% chance of dying and 30% of chance of surviving it. And people will still take the risk to go and kill themselves. So what we're talking about here, Africa, we have everything that we need in Africa, but the problem is that we need the right leadership that will help us in Africa to build Africa. Do you understand? So the fact that some Africans are jumping boats to go back way to another country for greener pasture is a big slap on the face of the leaders, African leaders. And the problem is that they don't have shame. African leaders does not have shame. They don't care. They don't know. They don't know this is a kind of is a kind of disrespect. It's a kind of letting down when your citizens decide to choose death. Even if they die, they choose to die even in the sea than to remain in their country. It means that the thing has hold them on the neck and they cannot be able to bear it anymore. That's the reason why people will choose to jump boat, go by sea to another land for greener pasture. And it seems like nothing is happening. Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's doing anything. So only Africans can fix Africa. And the worst part of it is that we start sensitizing our people, letting them know that what they think that all that glitters are not good. They think that maybe when they cross there, their life will be much, much better. Yeah, there's a possibility their life might be better. But the thing is this: if you stay in Africa, if you have a fund in Africa, that money you will use to jump boat, utilize that money, look for business, try to establish yourself here, you will make it. But some people refuse and they choose to go by sea to go and kill themselves. It's very sad. It's very sad. It's very sad. Please, if you're joining for the first time, help us to give us thumbs up. Not just only thumbs up, comment where you're watching from and subscribe to the channel, please. So that is the thing there. Only Africans can fix Africa. Nobody else can come and fix Africa. Africans only can fix Africa. It is very sad that today that it seems like our leaders don't even care. They don't want to know what's going on. They don't care what's going on in the street. What they care is about their own comfort. Once they are comfort in their zone, they are okay. They don't care what the citizens are going through. They don't care to know if the poor masses have 3 square meals a day, or they don't care to know what's the price of essential commodities in the market or supermarket, which is very, very bad. A good leader is a leader that listens to his people and knows the plight of his people and come to their rescue at the point in time when they need them. That's a good leader. But a bad leader is a leader who doesn't care, who don't even care to know how the citizens are faring. Or just like, for instance, there's one good thing I love about America. You see, every single, even animal in America is valuable. This is one good thing I love about America. They value their citizens, not just only citizens. They value animals, just like the way they value human beings. Africa is our motherland, Philip, my brother. So they value animals more than just like the way they value human beings. So America value their citizens more than anything. So that's why even if it's under the ground, any American is being touched, America will come for their rescue immediately without wasting time. But here in Africa, you will hear where terrorists kill hundreds of people and government will do nothing. Something happened in Nigeria, last month. There are terrorist organizations they call Boko Haram. These Boko Haram people have been killing people since 2015. They have killed over 1 million Nigerians. 1 million people in Nigeria, in the northern part of Nigeria. But to my greatest surprise, Nigerian military were able to apprehend some Boko Haram members, about 200 and something of them. And to my greatest surprise, Nigerian government rehabilitated these terrorists that have murdered a lot of people. These terrorists that should rot in jail, that should be in jail for the rest of their lives. Nigerian federal government, pampered them, rehabilitate them, and reintegrate them back to the society. So now, what kind of message are they trying to send to the public? What kind of message are they trying to send to the military? They're trying to let the military know that their efforts are in vain. Do you understand? Their efforts are in vain. So this is the reason why I said every single country in Africa that is having an election, their citizens, the youth should stand. Because I'm pretty sure that the youth in Africa, 60% of 60% of the African population is the youth. 60% of the African population. Okay, 65% of African population is the youth. So I always say every citizen of that country that is having an election in Africa should stand up and defend their country and choose the right leaders. And if you're choosing leader, do not choose leader that is above 65 years old. Once a leader is above 65 years old, he will never have the capacity and the ability to do anything. There's nothing he can be able to do. I'm telling you that for free. Any leader that is above 65 is weak, cannot perform very well. Okay, let me just say 70. 70 is the deadline, is the last age. Any leader that is above 70 cannot be able to perform. That's just the fact about it, because his brain is already going down. His sense of reasoning will not be normal. That's number one. Number two, his brain will be analog. He will not be able to know what is happening. We are already in digital age. So we need vibrant youth that will take up the mantle of leadership in Africa, so that they can be able to move Africa forward. Just imagine what's happening in Burkina Faso. This is my guy behind me here. This guy is just a guy of 34 years. And you can hear and you can see exactly what he's doing in Burkina Faso today. Despite that the Westerners are trying to tag him a dictator, but his people loves him. A dictator is a leader who treats his people bad, and which just like what is happening in North Korea. North Korea president is a dictator. So you cannot use Ibrahim Traore to compare to North Korea president. So I don't know how they got to tag Ibrahim Traore as a dictator, because he's a leader that chooses to defend his country and defend their sovereignty and uphold the oath that he took to the office, and also make sure that dividends of democracy is reached across the board. All the citizens will be able to enjoy the dividends of democracy. So what are we talking about? That's what I keep telling people. Africa, only we Africans can be able to fix Africa. If we cannot be able to fix Africa, then nobody else can come and fix Africa for us. So he left the bodies on our court now to fix Africa the way we want it. So that's just it. Exactly. We have blessed leader. Exactly. But the problem is, let me just tell you something. We've not gotten the right person, the right leaders that will be able to fix Africa the way we want it. We want Africa to be fixed. We want to be in Africa. We want Africa that we'll be proud of. We want Africa that our children will be proud of. Africa, meanwhile, whereby like civil servants will be able to earn good salary. Civil servants will work and have confidence that during their retirement, they have a good, proper retirement plan. That is the kind of Africa we want. We want Africa where we will have good roads, because we don't have good roads in Africa. We want Africa where we will have good roads, good road network. We want Africa where we can be able to have constant electricity, 24 hours electricity. That's the kind of Africa we want. We want Africa where we will have good pipe-borne water, steady pipe-borne water, non-stop. That's the kind of Africa we want. We want Africa that will have proper and good medical facilities, and proper good medications, original medications. That's the kind of leadership we want. It's not just leadership of personal gains and all that. Sorry, give me 1 minute. My phone don't stop. We don't want Africa where people will be dying because of mosquito bites or malaria or any other kind of, you know, minor sickness. That's not the kind of Africa we are looking for. We're looking for Africa that we can confine on. Okay. So that's the kind of Africa we're looking for. So we need leaders that we can be proud of. Please, if this is your first time of joining me, please subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and comment where you're watching from, please. So that's the kind of Africa we want. We want Africa that things are working, everything is being put in place. We want Africa where we have good educational system. We want Africa where we will be able to have, you know, good security. Africa that is free from terrorism. Africa that you can be able to trust the next person that, next to you. That's the kind of Africa we want. We want Africa that we can be proud of. Africa that we can say, yes, I will live in Africa and die in Africa. That is the reason why we Africans, we scattered all over the world. We don't want to come back home again anymore. You will see an African man in America has been there for 20 something years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. Some of them are, married there, born children, and grow their family, and even abandon home. So we want Africa that will make them to come back home. Want make their children to come back home. That's the kind of Africa we want. And who will do that? Is we, the Africans. And how can we do that? When we make decision of choosing the right leaders. If we cannot be able to choose the right leader, if they rig election, we go on the street and protest, just like what happened in Hong Kong. Few months ago, a few years ago, all of us go to the street and protest. So that's the kind of Africa we want. We want Africa where we will walk on the street and keep our heads high and say, yes, I'm from Africa. Africa whereby Westerners will not have say in Africa. Africa where we will stop borrowing from the West, stop borrowing from the MIF, stop borrowing from World Bank. That's the kind of Africa we want. Our leaders have borrowed money, and borrow until they've borrowed the money that our great-great-grandchildren will pay the debt. This is not the kind of Africa we want. We want Africa that is working, Africa that the leadership is okay. That's the kind of Africa that we want. So anybody that tell you that Africa doesn't have what it takes to be like America, it is a lie. We have what it takes to be like America. We have what it takes to be like United Kingdom. We have what it takes to be like Europe. But the problem is that we need the right leaders in place to make this work. Ibrahim Traore is just there for 2 years now. He's just the president of Burkina Faso, just only 2 years. He's been able to establish electric vehicle factory in Burkina Faso that is creating thousands of jobs. He's been able to establish, essential commodities manufacturing companies in Burkina Faso that has been creating jobs, millions of jobs. He's been able to, build roads. He's building roads, though he's not done yet building the roads, but he's been able to be building roads so that Burkina Faso will have a good road network. He's building hospitals, building good schools, and doing the right thing that he's supposed to do. And to my greatest surprise, the civil servants' salaries were increased. This is the kind of Africa that we want. It's not Africa that we cry every day when we go to the market. If you buy something of $10 today, tomorrow you go back to the market, you find it for $20. This is not the Africa that has price control. Africa that the leaders, that the law is stable and working. The law is not only for the poor, but for everyone, because in Africa, the law is only for the poor. If a poor man steals this cup in Africa and a rich man kills somebody, this poor man that stole the cup will go to jail, and the rich man that killed somebody will be walking free on the street. So that is the kind of Africa we are in, and it's uncalled for. We cannot continue like this. We cannot continue like this. We cannot continue like this at all, at all, at all. Like I said, let me make it clear. A poor man in Africa will steal this cup, and you know that this cup is just, it's just a little money to purchase it. And a rich man will kill somebody. That is Africa for you. A rich man will kill somebody, but to your greatest surprise, the poor man that stole the cup will spend the rest of his life in jail. Meanwhile, the rich man that killed somebody in Africa will be walking freely on the street. So this is not the kind of Africa that we want. We want Africa that the law is for everyone, the law is for the poor, the law is for the rich, not just only for the poor. We want Africa that upholds fairness, justice, and the equity. That's the kind of Africa that we want. Okay, Mercy NG, please, where are you watching from? Please, are you a Nigerian? Because I see NG, Mercy NG. He said, would the Burkina Faso and Algeria relationship be strong and friendly again? I don't know, because Burkina Faso, Niger Republic, and Mali, they already formed Sahel states, right? And Morocco is planning to join them. That's what I heard. I saw it on the news. I don't know how true that is, allegedly. Morocco is trying to join the Sahel states, so nobody knows. So if Morocco decides to join Sahel states, it means that there's a possibility that Algeria will also join Sahel, and they will be able to make good relationship. I don't know. That's my own opinion. That's what I'm gazing. So I can't tell you that Algeria and the Burkina Faso's relationship will be that good. I don't know. I'm not living in Burkina Faso and I'm not living in Algeria, so I don't know much about their relationship. But all I can tell you is that they've already formed Sahel states. And this Sahel state comprises of Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger Republic. I don't know if Guinea-Conakry is going to join them. I'm pretty sure Senegal would never join them because Senegal is still in ECOWAS. But I can tell you that I overheard in the news allegedly that Morocco is about to join Sahel states, which if Morocco will be able to join Sahel states, there's a possibility that the Northern Africans, that is Algeria, Tunisia, Egypt, Morocco, Libya, there's a possibility of having a good rapport with Sahel states. They might likely join Sahel as well, or they may still remain in the Northern African Union. I don't know. So that's my opinion. Okay, this is my own opinion, but Morocco isn't that trustworthy anymore. Okay, I don't know, because Morocco is already in the Northern Africa, and I find it difficult. I found it difficult to believe that Morocco will come from that far to join Sahel. I don't think. And Morocco, these Northern Africans, I can tell you for free, their color is different from our color. So they always see themselves as Middle Easterners. They don't see themselves as Africans. They call we Africans. They call we Black Africans, and they don't see themselves as Africans. For you to see, I've been to Morocco. I see their attitude, so I know how they behave. They see blacks, they discriminate blacks. I'm very sorry to say. I don't know if there's a Moroccan here, but that's fact. That's true. That's just fact. So there's a possibility that they might not be able to join because the distance is very, very far. You can't cross Sahara Desert to come all the way down to West Africa to join Sahel states. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. Yeah, it's very difficult. Just like in Europe they have Schengen. Schengen countries. Schengen countries are all neighboring countries. There's no way that you draw like Turkey, far away Turkey will come back and come and say they are part of Schengen. It's not possible. So they are neighboring countries like Slovenia, Slovakia, Netherlands, Portugal, Spain, Italy, Belgium. What's it called? Belgium, Germany, Denmark. You know, all the rest, Schengen. They are all neighboring countries. So it will be very difficult and unbelievable that a country in the northern Africa will come back down to West Africa to come and join a Sahel state. I don't think that is possible. And like you said, Morocco, it will be difficult to trust Morocco. Yes, it will be very difficult to trust Morocco because of their attitude. Yeah, Moroccan don't see themselves as in fact, let me tell you gospel truth. You see Libyans, see Moroccans, see Algerians, see Tunisians, you see Egypt. Egypt is even the worst. Egypt and Tunisia, they are the worst. They don't believe that they are Africans. If you be, they call we Africans, they call blacks Africans. So they see themselves as Middle Easterners. You understand? So that's just fact about it. Mr. Rawlings, hello, sir. Are you a military man? No, I'm not. Sorry, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. Please, where are you watching from, Mr. Rawlings? Where are you watching from? Okay, the only one that will probably help them is Algeria. Well, Algeria is a little bit closer to Niger. Algeria is a little bit closer to Niger. Is it Niger or Mauritania? Algeria, yeah, Algeria is closer to Mauritania, yeah, but still far, still far. It is. I don't think it's possible. I don't think. I doubt if it is possible. It's not possible. Mm-mm. It's not going to be possible. It will be very, 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 very difficult for Algeria to join Sahel and Morocco to join Sahel. So then, why are you? Why are your two YouTube name is Comrade? I'm a comrade because I'm a Pan-Africanist. I fight for the truth. I stand for the truth, only for the truth alone. I stand for the truth, fairness, equity, and justice. That is why I'm a comrade. We can only hope that things will work out well. Yeah, yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Okay. You say you are from Northeast India. You're welcome, brother. You're watching from far place. Edwin, you're welcome back again, my brother. Edwin, we were here a day before yesterday, I think so. We were here a day before yesterday. You weren't around yesterday. We had a very, very interesting discussion yesterday. You can check it on my channel. Please, if this is your first time of coming to my channel, please help me to subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up and also comment where you're watching from. Okay, so sir, what job you are doing? Okay, I'm a businessman. I'm a hotelier, number one, and also I'm a businessman. In fact, um, I have multiple business that I'm doing. So yeah, I'm a businessman. Mm. You're welcome. You're welcome. Please, may I know where you're watching? Okay, Edwin. Yeah, anyway, Edwin, I know you're watching from Kenya. I know you were here day before yesterday. Exactly. That was day before yesterday. Yesterday we had this different discussion. Yesterday, yeah, we had different discussion yesterday. Mm. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Please, if you've not subscribed, please help us to subscribe, please, and give us thumbs up and comment where you're watching from, please, please. Okay, where are you from? I'm a Nigerian by nationality, but I live in Gambia. I've been living in Gambia for the past 15 years, though I travel around, but I base in Gambia. Yes, I base in Gambia. What do you think about pictures behind you? Okay, the picture behind me is a hero. Is my hero. This picture behind me here, this man here behind me, is the hero, and is a personality that I can reckon on. Is the freedom fighter. He fights for his people, and he stands for his people. A young man of 34 years old, 34 years old African brother is doing wonders in Burkina Faso. Have you been to Burkina Faso lately? Have you ever been to Burkina Faso before? Have you been to Burkina Faso right now? Burkina Faso is a country that has numerous mineral resources. Burkina Faso has gold, they have iron, they have coal, they have sodium chloride, they have every single mineral resources you can think of. But can you believe that Burkina Faso does not have good road? Burkina Faso does not even have good constant electricity. They don't even have good pipe-borne water. Burkina Faso is being ravaged by terrorists. Burkina Faso does not have, good medical facilities. Does not have even good schools. A country that owns a lot of mineral resources. Now, this country and France that colonized them, and they said that France, the colonization is no longer existing, but the colonization is still there because France was still in Burkina Faso, extorting Burkina Faso's mineral resources. France had about 4 mining sites where they mine gold. You can imagine a country mine, mineral resources from this country, but they cannot be able to give them good road. They cannot be able to build good schools for them. They cannot be able to give them constant electricity. The citizens are dying of hunger. They will take the mineral resources and go to their country to refine and build better system for their country, build good roads in their country. Meanwhile, Burkina Babes are hungry, dying of hunger. So now, this guy took the power through coup d'etat. When he took up the power, he came in to the government and reformed everything. This young man you see like this now is building Burkina Faso roads massively as I'm talking to you. And mind you, he did not bring in any foreign contractor. You know what he did? He established National Construction Company of the state. National Construction Company, and he purchased about 1,000 machineries to be able to make sure that there's no pothole in Burkina Faso. Within 2 years of this guy in power, he's been able to establish electric vehicle manufacturing company in Burkina Faso, which is manufacturing cars right now as I'm talking to you in Burkina Faso. Within 2 years of this man has been able to establish companies that manufactures essential commodities like food items, tomato paste, other things in Burkina Faso, which have created jobs, about 1,000 jobs for Burkinabés. This young man you see like this has established Burkina Faso, make Burkina Faso now a comfortable country where you can even go and establish and do your business comfortably. So why will this guy not be a hero of Africa? He's the Gaddafi of now that we are seeing. He's the Kwame Nkrumah that we are seeing now. Do you understand? He is the Nelson Mandela that we are seeing now. He's a hero that is alive, and we must protect him at all costs. Okay. Let me read comments. Okay. Edwin said, do you think he will last long? Yes, he will. Because now is not then. Then we were not digitalized. But now we are living in 21st century, digital age. Do you think it will be easy for these Westerners to come and kill this guy? It will be very, very difficult. They've already tried to assassinate him 17 good times and they failed. And do you think it will be possible? No, it will not be possible because we are in digital age. Okay. Mr. Rowling said, I am feeling sad for the Palestinians because of Gaza. The Palestinians now facing hunger strike. Yeah, we discussed about that yesterday. I still stand for Palestinians. I will discuss about it tomorrow. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Yeah. It is very sad, but what can we do? We can't bite more than we can chew. We can't buy more than we can chew. That's just the fact about it. Okay. Philip said, the West is wicked, set off nation. Thank you very much, brother. What you said is true. Mr. Rowling said, he is a freedom fighter. Exactly. which African region he had made independent. Okay, Edwin say, do you think the West can allow Africa to be United Africa? Now, your questions are all valid. You're asking very valid question, very important question. Please, before we go further, please, if this is your first time of joining us, please subscribe to the channel. Please, 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 please. Subscribe to the channel. Not just only subscribe to the channel. Please give me a thumbs up, please. Just click thumbs up and as well comment where you're watching from. Okay, Edwin, let me come back to your question. You say, do you think the West can allow Africa to be united? The West can allow Africa to be united. I can tell you that for free. If we African youth stand on our feet to resist the West, yes. Because if we leave our leaders, I can tell you for free, our leaders are cowards. They will not be able to let Africa be united because of their personal interest and personal gain. They work hand in hand. African leaders are working hand in hand with the West. Do you understand? Okay, now for instance, watch what happened between Ramaphosa of South Africa and Trump. The time Ramaphosa went to South Africa and went to America in overhaul room. You can imagine the way and the manner Donald Trump was interrogating him. This one is not question. This one was not complaint. This one was interrogation. You are interrogating a whole president, and the whole president subjected himself to another president for him to interrogate him in that manner. Do you understand? So our leaders have been compromised with money. Okay, Mr. Ronnie said, does all African countries are allies each other with no any enmity? Well, this is the problem now we're having in Africa. When you come to Europe, let me use Europe as an example. Let me use Schengen as an example. The Schengen states in Europe as an example. In Schengen, once you are among the Schengen states, if I have your visa, just for instance, if I have German visa, I can use German visa to travel all around Schengen countries. I can use German visa to travel all around Schengen countries. But in Africa, it's not like that. If you have Nigerian visa, you cannot travel to any other African country. You cannot travel to any other African country. You cannot travel to any other African country. I have an American friend, right? He came and we were in Guinea-Bissau. He had Guinea-Bissau visa. And we wanted to go to Nigeria for a business trip. And he was required to get a Nigerian visa before he could be able to travel to Nigeria. So that's the state of Africa that we are in. Do you understand? You cannot be able to travel all around Africa with one African visa. You understand? So I would say we are not in peace. We are not united. Africa is not united. Because if we are united, I will not need visa to go to Kenya. As a Nigerian, I will not need visa to go to South Africa. I will not need visa to go to Burundi. I will not need visa to go to Mozambique. I will not need visa to go to Sao Tome and Principe. I will not need visa to go to every other African country, even in the north side, the west side, the east side, the south side, because I'm an African. But because we are not united, I am required to get a visa before I could be able to travel to Cameroon. Cameroon that is just behind me, behind Nigeria. I will have to need a visa to travel to Cameroon. So we are not united. And this is where the problem is coming from. They know very well that's why they colonize us. We speak different language. This one speaks French and this one speaks English. Do you understand? Some speak Portuguese. Do you understand? So if we speak one language, African language, use one African passport, use one African currency, I can tell you for free, we are united and have borderless Africa. Nigerian can travel to South Africa without visa. South African can travel to Nigeria without visa. That's one Africa, one borderless Africa. Okay. He said, does he? Okay. He said, after finding a lot, finally, I got a YouTuber who talks about politics and national issues. Yeah, bro. That's why we are here. That's why we are here. That's why we are here. Really? But what are the reasons that Africa is not united and why some African countries does not like each other? Okay. Now, as you can see, let me give you an instance. Something is going on, and we have been complaining about this for a very, very long time. You see, as a Nigerian passport holder, if you are going by road from Nigeria to Mali, I will have to pay 10,000 CFA for stamp, just for stamp. And mind you, Mali is an ECOWAS country. Nigeria is an ECOWAS, which by right, I should travel to Mali without even stamp. I don't know if you're understanding my point. But as a Nigerian passport holder, once I enter Mali border, before I could enter inside the Mali, I will need 10,000 CFA to be able to get a stamp. And when I'm going out of Mali, I will still have to pay 10,000 CFA again before I will be able to leave Mali. The same thing applicable to Senegal. If you are going into Senegal at the border side, you will have to pay 5,000 CFA for in. That's for a stamp for in. That's entrance stamp. When I'm leaving Senegal still at the border exit, I will still have to pay another 5,000 CFA. So my question, watch over children. My question is this: are we in unity? And this kind of things are happening. There's nothing like unity there. There's nothing like unity. There's nothing like unity. And you know what is causing all these things? I would call it is tribalism. Tribalism is the main. I hope that thing is not on. Let me see. Tribalism is the main cause of all these problems. Tribalism. 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 Not just only tribalism. I don't know if I'm to call it envy and jealousy towards each other. So that is it. Okay. May all African countries become united. I pray. That's my wish. And I wish so. I wish all Africans can be united. I wish Africans can be united. We love ourselves. We have one borderless Africa. We have one united Africa. We have one currency Africa. We have unity among us. Love each other and embrace each other as Africans. But the problem we are just like what happened in South Africa some time ago. As of 2019, there was a serious xenophobic attack in South Africa, where where most African nationals were killed in South Africa because South Africans are asking their fellow African brothers to leave their country. To leave their country because they are occupying. They alleged that other African countries are occupying their business space. Trying to take their jobs and all that. Is that a good reason? That's not a good reason. Please, if you are joining us for the first time, please help me to subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up, please. Just give me a thumbs up and also comment where you're watching from. Okay, Ronnie say, we Asian countries are also not united and have issues with each other. Exactly. Like I said, India is in Asia. China is in Asia. Thailand is in Asia. Malaysia is in Asia. Taiwan is in Asia. Hong Kong is in Asia. So all these countries are all in Asia. But I strongly believe, because I've seen many of them here, where Indians, like Chinese discriminate Indians. Indians discriminate Chinese. They are all brother. It is not supposed to be like that. Chama, check what Jidena is looking for under there. It is not supposed to be like that. It is not supposed to be like that. That's the reason why the world is a cold place. There is no love. There's no love. We have to find a way to make the world a better place, a livable place, a lovely place that can contain all and make everybody live with happiness and harmony. You know, please, if this is your first time, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. God bless you. Okay, like China always have eyes in some part of India. Yeah, exactly, exactly, Mhm. Exactly, exactly, exactly. Edwin, you're welcome back. You're welcome back. So that is the thing there. You know, it is very sad. It's very sad. There are some things that are not funny. It's not funny. The state of Africa is not funny. It's not something that is giving anybody joy. But what can we do? We don't have the capacity. We have been calling for a protest. But you know, sometimes politicians knows how to maneuver. When they see there will be a protest, they will call the leaders of the protesters, give them some money, and they will be silent. Everybody is hungry. People need money. So once you give them money, they will go silent. But we need strong comrades that will stand up and fight for the right of Africa, defend Africa, defend our countries, make sure that you know that Choma. Sorry, this boy here. Even. So that is the thing. Thank you guys. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up. We move. We move. Mhm. So that is it. Okay, brother Stanley, money is the cause of the problem. Exactly, brother. Exactly. Exactly. You're right. You're right. Money is the cause of the problem. Money is the cause of the. And you know the thing is that let me tell you one thing. Money shouldn't be a problem. Chris, you're welcome back again. Chris Sanchez. Yeah, we were here. I think a few days ago. Yes, I remember. You know the problem is this: money shouldn't be a problem for anybody. Like I said, money is just like a visitor. It comes and it goes. If you welcome it very well, it will stay. But if you do not welcome it very well, it will go. That is money for you. So money shouldn't make anybody to engage in crime or engage in bribery or engage himself or herself in dubious things that will, harm the affairs of the continent. This is the problem we're having in Africa. Our leaders that steals our money, they steal our money. Our leaders, just check all African leaders, check all of them one after the other, how their children end. Some of them, their children end in drug, and some children become useless. Some of them, their children are useless, worthless, because of public fund. Public fund is like a killer disease. Once you engage in eating public fund, you are already, Chama, be careful, don't spoil that thing. Keep those things there. You see, once you engage, keep that thing. Once you engage in eating public fund, the person is already digging grave for himself. What do you think that which country have more chances to start the war? The war three, like earlier, Germany once had issue. Of course, everybody knows it's Russia. It's Russia. I'm telling you that for free. I'm telling you that for free. Russia has the chances. In fact, let me tell you something. Russia has about 75% chances of causing World War III. And Russia is well to do when it comes to when it comes to missile, when it comes to dangerous weapons. Russia is well to do in dangerous weapons. So Russia has the chances, about 75% chances of causing World War III. Okay, okay. So I say, Stanley, it's midnight here in Kenya. Let me get some rest. Thank you, brother. God bless. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much, brother Edwin. Thank you so much. God bless you, brother. God bless you. Thank you so much for joining us. Tomorrow, I'm coming back again. Tomorrow, possibly by 8 o'clock or thereabout. 8 o'clock, I'll be alive. I'll be live here. We'll be discussing different issues. I'll be live here tomorrow by 8 o'clock. Today we did not have much audience today. So, but tomorrow, 8 o'clock, we're gonna continue with another topic. So, which African country had faced army coup? So many of them. So many of them. Gambia once had a coup and was Yaya Jammeh, but Yaya Jammeh is no longer president anymore. Guinea-Bissau had a coup. Guinea-Conakry have a coup. Mali has. Burkina Faso, Niger Republic, Chad, Cameroon, a lot of them. They are numerous. So it's uncountable. Okay. Can we talk about war in Ukraine tomorrow? No problem. We will do that tomorrow. We'll talk about the war in Ukraine because I was supposed to talk about it last week, but the problem is that a lot of things came to my mind, and we needed to test it out, which is this year Palestinians and the Israel fracas. So tomorrow we're going to be discussing Ukraine and Russia. We're going to be discussing Ukraine and Russia. We have touched a lot of areas. So tomorrow we'll get there. So that is how it is. So I'll leave you guys here today. Tomorrow is another day, and we continue from there tomorrow and see the best, all best we can do. Thank you very much, guys, for joining. Thank you. If you've not subscribed, please help me to subscribe and give me a thumbs up, and as well comment whatever you feel. Yes, sir. Mr. Rawlings, I'm going now. I'm here almost 1 hour. So let me go get some rest. I just came back from business, so I just needed to, cheer you guys up small a little bit. We discuss a little bit. Thank you very, very, very much, Mr. Lawrence Rawlings. Thank you, Edwin. Thank you, guys. See you guys tomorrow for sure. For sure, tomorrow by 8 o'clock. Thank you very much, Rawlings. Thank you for subscribing. Tomorrow, 8 o'clock or 7:30, 8 o'clock latest. We'll be live here. We'll be discussing very important, vital issues. If I will touch so many areas, we will touch Ukraine and Russia. We will touch Africa. We will still touch, Palestinians and Gaza, what is going on there, because it is paining me still. I'm still feeling so bad about the Palestinians, what they are going through. Nobody deserves to be in that situation. Nobody deserves to be in the shoe of Palestinians. So that is how it is. See you guys tomorrow for sure. Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Laura Rawlings. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you so much. I'm very happy that you enjoyed the live discussion. Thank you very much. See you guys tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow for sure. Yeah.